7 years.
This is their third perfect war here in the World Championship. Can they do it again against the Queen Walkers?
7 years of heartbreak, close calls, and one single dream.
The last team to get that golden ticket, and look what they're doing.
We've lost by tiebreakers, by single seconds, by percentage points.
Tribe Gaming only at 11 stars, while Synchronic have one final attack to go, and they're already at 12.
And for so many years, we were stopped at second place over and over by our fiercest rivals.
Second, third, fourth. They're almost taking all of the spots from the World Finals, but the one that eludes them is that number one.
After more than a decade chasing this game, this community, and this dream, we needed to see this through. And this year, it actually happened. This is the story of how Tribe became Clash of Clans World Champions. I spent over 10 million gems chasing a single dream. 7 years, dozens of players, hundreds of matches. But this isn't just another esports win. For me, this started over a decade ago, back when I uploaded Clash of Clans videos from my college dorm, and we were just at the very beginning of mobile gaming. And over the years, we lost by tiebreakers, by seconds, by single percentages. We were always so close. But this year, everything changed. We beat our rivals, we defied the odds, and we finally claimed the trophy that some people thought was impossible. This is that story. In 2019, Clash of Clans launched their official esports circuit, and we started building the foundation and fan base around the best German players that we could find.
The teams are definitely have their jitters here, but they've been focused, they've been building their bases, they've been testing, and I know they're ready for this moment.
We've got a superstar team through Tribe Gaming. They qualified in the very first month of competition.
We ended up placing fourth in the first ever World Championship, giving us the spark of this Clash of Clans dream.
Attacks coming from the ground, coming from the sky.
MCS takes down Tribe Gaming, the #1 seed of the Clash of Clans World Championship. Their journey will end here in the semi-final.
In 2020, we ended up making some roster changes, but we didn't end up qualifying for Worlds. We knew we had what it takes to get gold, but first we had to make a lot of changes as a team and an organization before ultimately we were ready to get there. Now, 2021 is where things really began. After missing our shot last year, we were hungry. We brought in a new roster with 3 fresh players alongside our OG veterans, and they had something to prove.
Back in 2021, when I initially got asked to join by Maxi and Evcheck, I was honestly very surprised, I think was the right word. I've been a very demanding person of myself, of my teammates, of the people surrounding me. So I think the expectation from the get-go was to perform.
But first, we even had to make it to Worlds. And guys, we barely scraped by this year. We're talking last chance qualifiers. We're talking back-to-back wars in the grand finals. We're talking about one war coming down to 0.4% destruction tiebreaker. It was ridiculous.
The LCQ for us was super crazy because we knew, okay, this is our last chance to win the golden ticket. We couldn't sleep before, it was just pure adrenaline. I think for Exquisite it was also like his mother had a birthday, I think, and there was a birthday party and it was so loud that he also couldn't sleep because the whole house was shaking. I think we also played it like at 3 AM in our time. And then after winning it, it was like 8 AM for us and we thought, should we go to bed now or should we celebrate? Because it was just, the adrenaline was pumping, it was just a super crazy feeling.
0.4% was literally the difference between going to Worlds and going home. But we made it. And at Worlds, we stunned everyone. Perfect wars, clutch performances, and suddenly everyone was paying attention to this hungry new Tribe squad as we battled our way to the elimination finals.
They are like a step above. It's crazy to think that they were in the lower bracket having 3 perfect wars, but just shows the incredible strength of all the teams throughout this weekend.
But then we faced Queen Walkers, the 2020 runner-ups, and guys, after a tough war, even with all of our momentum from the last 2 wars, they beat us 13-10, stopping our run at 3rd place. This was our first podium finish, and we wanted more. We didn't really know it at the time, but Queen Walkers was going to be a worthy rival for years to come.
Commiserations to Tribe Gaming. They are 3rd place in the World Championship, going home with 100,000 $100,000.
After that tournament, veterans Eve Maxey and Eve Check hung up their cleats. We thank them for all their great years. They competed under our banner, but with 2 seats opening up, a new era was beginning for Tribe Gaming Clash of Clans, and we were determined to win the World Championship. So then 2022 rolled around and we found our newest members in Fluxy and Rakires, alongside Stefan as their builder and 6th man. We were on a mission and nothing was stopping us.
We got the best player of that year, which I would say was Rakires in this case.
I was contacted by one of the German guys from Tribe, Kronos. They had few people that were highly motivated to play, but they were also very young. They seemed like good guys, that the atmosphere would be great, so I decided to join them after all.
We may have had our doubters, but we shut them up when we went undefeated in the Queso Cup Golden Edition, meaning that we got our golden ticket for Worlds and we were ready to make a run.
After signing Rakires and Fluxy, it was really like, okay, we got 3rd last year. How far can we get this year? Can we actually win Worlds with this roster maybe?
Now at Worlds, we ended up dominating the winners bracket and we even beat our rivals in the Queen Walkers in the winners finals. Everything was lining up perfectly. This was gonna be our year and Dynasty mode was about to be activated.
3 stars for them, and it comes down to Yuta. If he gets above, what was it, like a 96, 97, he has to be a really high 2-star percentage to win. He's got the Queen ability, he's got 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, the percentage, the 92! Wow, he waited so late, and Tribe is, wait, there it is, Tribe is on the screen. I was like, they were just lower on percentage. Tribe gets the victory! They're moving to the grand finals!
After we won the first match against Queen Walkers, it was actually funny because I shouted so loud that I lost my consciousness.
We were usually losing to them, so winning the upper bracket final versus them was actually a big deal for us. And
Did we finally break the curse and can win against this team?
this was honestly the first time when I actually had a thought that we might win it all.
But then the Queen Walkers survived the elimination bracket and they came back. But the team was still confident. Anytime a team blasts through the winners bracket undefeated, they generally are gonna end up winning Worlds. Then the Queen Walkers came back to the stage and they ended up playing a perfect war to reset the bracket. And after that, they beat us by a single star, 14-13. Two years in a row, Queen Walkers stopped us from winning gold. We were right there at the finish line. And they snatched victory away from us. It was absolutely heartbreaking. All right, 2023. Fluxy ended up leaving and we thanked him for his run in 2022. But shortly after that, we ended up signing Yo-Yo23, a 2020 world champion. This was gonna be our most stacked roster ever. And they proved it too. Going undefeated in the Rush of Clans Golden Edition tournament, golden ticket to Worlds secured. Confidence we were gonna win gold, sky high.
Yo-Yo joining us was crazy. Yo-Yo is basically known for the German legend in Clash of Clans, maybe all-time best player we ever had in Germany. I remember Kronos was talking to him for like, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 weeks I think. Talking to him every day and we were always asking him in chat, Kronos, Melvin, how is it going? Is he joining us? And he always said, yeah, I'm working on it.
I think Yo-Yo joining was incredible for us. I think he brought that depth and brought that calm experience that was missing for us.
But in Worlds 2023, there's no other way to really say this, guys, but this is where things fell apart. In game 1, we immediately got sent to the lower bracket by Clash Champ, and none other than P. Castro led the charge to our defeat.
In my opinion, the big neck breaker for us at Tunnel 15 Worlds was when we lost to Clash Champs. We were arguably the strongest team, but I thought our game plan was pretty good. I think there was a few minor details which we got wrong, which we tried to play differently than the year before when we had lost to Navi in the grand final, and I think that ended up costing us.
We were ready to fight back from the lower bracket, something that we've done before, until in just our second game, we met up with our old rivals. Queen Walkers, now called Navi, got knocked down to the lower bracket with us as well.
Each match brings more intensity, and we're all looking forward to this one. It is a repeat of last year's final, but one team will be eliminated. Give it up for Navi and Tribe Gaming.
Playing against Navi, or also known as well Queenwalker's roster, was a little bit tough, I would say, because obviously we have respect for the team and Navi was also very good at this time, so it felt a little bit strange because we thought that we would play against each other, but not that early, and it just didn't feel right that we see each other that early in the tournament.
Now, we expected to have this matchup in the finals, but now whoever lost was going to be eliminated and placed all the way down in 5th/6th place. It was do or die. Nebrax attacks Klaus first, but an Expo kills his queen and healers. 2 stars.
No way.
Synth attacks Kronos. Luckily, Kronos' base is too hard to crack. Time runs out, 2 stars. Kronos attacks Kazuma. His attack is just a little slow, 2 stars. Gaku attacks Rakira's, and for the first time this match, 3 stars.
This is a 3-star. They're start cheering. What a 3-star it is. Getting a 3-star as the team captain from Navi, Gaku looking.
Navi takes the lead.
So Navi are now in the lead. That's right, they are in the lead. And a quick reminder again for everyone at home watching, you might not really be aware of this. This is an elimination match. Whoever is going to win this is keep going in the lower bracket. Whoever is going to lose this is dropping out. Keep calm.
Rakira's attack Synth strikes back, 3 stars.
3-star! It is just so impressive.
Stars attacks Nebrax, 3 stars. Yo-Yo 23 attacks Stars, and time runs out with 10% health on the Archer Tower, 2 stars.
It is! No way! The 99% 2-star!
Kazuma attacks Exorcist, 3 stars. Exorcist attacks Gaku, 3 stars.
So turn it up once more for him.
We were up by just a single star. It was 12-11, and if we wanted any chance to survive, Yo-Yo's defense had to stop Klaus to a single star attack.
As we said before, the chance to win this is a theoretical one because Navi just need 2 stars and they are usually able to pull that off, and we know who's going to do their last attack.
Klaus attacks Yo-Yo 23, 2 stars.
Yes! 50% threshold cross! Navi take down Tribe Gaming!
Tribe finishes in 5th/6th place with our most stacked roster ever. This was a dark night for Tribe. Tears were shed backstage, but we still weren't giving up. While P-Castro's class champs celebrated their narrow 12-11 victory in the finals, we went back home to recalibrate and to run it back.
Okay, so obviously after losing and being eliminated from the World's Finals so early was very upsetting for all of us.
This Worlds felt super strange to us because I think we were in the best shape we ever had been. And then the result was just 5th and 6th and we thought, okay, what is that?
Now, after that devastating loss, most teams and organizations probably would have blown it up, but not Tribe. We believed in our roster and we were gonna run it back in 2024. These players weren't simply just teammates anymore after everything they went through. They were brothers.
We decided to keep the same roster. I think it was the absolute right decision. I think we were a very strong group of players who, over the year and through the hardships that we faced, grew together.
Now, we started by building our build team, including Sir Iron and Satan's, and with the meta at the time, we did everything we could to stop the immediate 3 stars that would happen in almost every match.
2024 was crazy gameplay-wise because it was the first time where it was super easy to get 3 stars. It didn't feel like a strategic game, it felt like a speedrun. It felt like you play Super Mario 64 speedruns. It didn't feel like an esport game anymore, it was insane.
And honestly, 2024 didn't start how we hoped. We struggled all season, we missed every golden ticket, and we had to fight through another last chance qualifier as underdogs. We battled to face the reigning champs twice, trading perfect 15-star wars, and we clutched our qualification by just 2 seconds thanks to Kronos.
There's a freeze, and look at that! Wow! Kronos delivers! He does it! 57 seconds, and that's exactly the mark they needed to hit!
It was terrifying, but we found our momentum.
These are the kind of moments that, in my opinion, make you grow as a person and as a player. Whilst you're playing, at least for me, you're just almost tunnel visioned into the gameplay that's in front of you, and you just try to perform, do your best essentially.
And when we made it to Worlds, we were expecting to face off against our old rivals in Navi, but this World Championship was different. Navi got eliminated immediately by Synchronic Gaming. This is the second time that this roster kicked Navi out of the running, and it looked like we were gonna have a new rival. Now, we made our way through pool play undefeated, and we fought tooth and nail to reach the grand finals. And there we came face to face with Synchronic Gaming. When Exosys could only manage 2 stars when we desperately needed 3, General X closed it out on Kronos, and Synchronic secured the victory 14-11. Second place again. Don't get me wrong, we exceeded expectations after our rough last year, but guys, they were so close. They were right there, and it just slipped through our fingers. After that soul-crushing defeat in 2024, Yo-Yo23 and OG member Exosys ended up retiring, which wasn't just a loss, it meant we were saying goodbye to family. But we weren't done. We ended up recruiting 2 legendary rivals. First, P. Castro, the 2023 world champion who beat us on Class Champs, and second, Temper, who faced P. Castro in those same finals on Repotted. This was a super squad, and we proved it by earning our golden ticket with ease through the monthly qualifiers. We arrived at Worlds with momentum, and we blazed our way through the upper bracket, taking down Zebai, edging out DXS on percentage, and shocking everyone by beating the tournament favorites in Elevate 13-10 in the winners finals. P. Castro proved something that day against his former teammates. Everything was lining up perfectly. This felt like it was finally gonna be our year. But there was one problem. At the grand finals, we had to face off against none other than our rivals in Repotted Gaming, who were previously Synchronic, who also were previously Repotted Gaming. It's a really long story. They were our new rivals that beat us in 2024, and history told us what happens when teams survive the lower bracket and come back for revenge. Let's just say that 2022 was on everyone's mind, and we did not want to get bracket reset again. First war.
Not far off, but the way Repotted are starting and the way they've been performing today, definitely a miss, like you said.
88%. I would consider that low against Repotted Gaming. Repotted are playing out of their minds right now, 3-star after 3-star after 3-star. He had what he needed to finish off the base, just a heartbreaker, but now Repotted Gaming with a 3-star from Einstein may be able to put this war just out of reach for Tribe Gaming. I don't know that he has enough.
He's got 14 seconds, it's a big defense, which means now Philip would have to have a major miss for Repotted not to get this. It is so close. There was some beautiful elements to that attack, but that's not far enough if you want to be world champion.
Honestly, it felt like 2022 all over again. Undefeated run, full of momentum, only to watch the other team claw their way out of the lower bracket and reset the finals. 2 years ago, that moment broke us. We walked off that stage watching our dreams slip away by a single star, but this time, we weren't the same tribe. We'd been here before. We knew what it felt like to lose everything, and we weren't about to let history repeat itself.
Do you perform at World Finals or do you not? And at the end of the day, that's where legends are made.
Second war. General X, 2 stars, 87%. Leo attacks Nebrax, 2 stars, 81%. Nebrax attacks Leo, 3 stars. American attacks Temper, 2 stars, 89%. Kronos attacks Philip, another 3 stars. Einstein attacks Kronos, 3 stars. Rakira's attacks Einstein, 3 stars for our 3rd straight triple in a row.
That is now 3 triples for a Tribe, forcing Repotted Gaming to have to triple with General X and Philip just to tie this war.
General X had to 3-star or the match was over. General X attacks P. Castro, 3 stars, keeping Repotted in the competition with Temper up next.
The fate of Tribe Gaming is going to come down to the hands of Temper.
All Temper needed was 83% to win Worlds. Temper attacks American, 80%. 3 percentage points away from winning Worlds, which meant that if Repotted followed up with a 3-star, we would lose and get 2nd place again. It was all up to Rakira's defense. Philip attacks Rakira's, and the defense clutches up.
Gaming has done it! Your 2025 Clash of Clans World Champions! They've turned their 2nd place finishes finally into a 1st place finish. They took down the team that defeated them last year in the grand finals.
We are the Clash of Clans World Champions. After so many years of barely missing our shot, we finally did it.
It sounds like something that I couldn't done it, like something that was impossible to achieve, but it is like a great feeling.
It just felt super crazy, especially Kronos, Rikiris and me play now for 5 and 4 years together. We felt so much pain in the last years, being so close. And finally making it was just, throughout the day it was like, I think every one of us had like 3 or 4 moments where we wanted to cry. It was just crazy. I think we needed like 2 or 3 days to realize it.
Since forming the Tribe Gaming Clash of Clans team in 2019, we have wanted this trophy ever since. 7 years. 7 years of heartbreak, of coming so close, of losing by tiebreakers in 2 seconds in single wars, 7 years of rivals, roster changes, and questioning if it would ever happen. But ultimately at Tribe, we never give up. We believed in each other. We learned from every loss, and in 2025, we finally became world champions. And this ultimately is why we love esports, because the story isn't just about winning, it's about the journey, the resilience, and it's about proving that if you never stop fighting, your moment will come.
Thanks for all the supporters who are watching the games, are messaging us. It's actually insane because when we play the game, we are just at our tablets sitting at home. When you play at the world stage, when you actually see the people in person, it's even crazier. I have to say, especially after this Worlds, it was just insane because you open the phone and you have like 150 DMs and you think everyone was watching it and is congratulating it. This energy helps a lot and super much thank you for everything.
Everyone that was like on the stream or on the stage, like people on the stage, they did a great helping to us, like screaming a lot and putting pressure on our enemies, and it also helped us to win the championship. But it is like was a great feeling that he had so huge supporting, cheering for us on this stage.
Obviously, we are very thankful to Tribe for giving us this opportunity for so many years already. They are very good organization. We never had any problems with them, so it's just a pleasure working with them. Thanks to all the fans who kept supporting us throughout the year, and let's hope we can bring home another trophy.
Tribe Gaming, your 2025 Clash of Clans World Champions. Let's go!